Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is once again time for shop tour. This is our last shop tour of this year, 2022. So here we are. We're over here by the BMW. We got our BMW Calendar. It is Thursday the 29th. So we're going to close up 2022. Hope you guys had a good year. As a human, we all have our ups and downs. So if you had a good year, congratulations. If you had a bad year, there's always next year. So just keep pushing forward and being positive in your life. I'm sure things will always work out for the better eventually. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I know that some of you probably have actually this week off as well. Unless you're retired, you know, like Perry, then your every day's off. Shout out to Perry. I did take a little bit of time off, so not a ton of things have happened in the shop, except for we're just pushing away on the new Camaro. So as you can see, the body is back on and John has started the wrap job. There's going to be a lot of different accents with not just the red, but also some black that's going to travel across. To be honest, the car is going to be gone by the time next week's shop tour rolls around. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if we're going to have a shop tour next week because the man behind the camera thinks he needs another vacation. He's going skiing. So probably won't have a shop tour next week, but the car is going to be leaving. So I've got this long list of things to get done. This is what I've been pushing on. So not much else is going to be happening in the shop until this car is done. In 2 weeks, the car will be in Sebring for the race. So we're pushing through some items, getting stuff done. Something that I had not gotten a chance to work with before, Steve had bought what's called a chill out system, which is back in the old days, you know, we talked about this last week, you put ice in a cooler. Well, this thing has got, so I've got it all installed. It's got a very similar shirt as to what we always wore in the old days, but what it does have is the different fluid that runs through it, and it's got this really cool dashboard right here. So if you hold it down for 2 seconds, it pops on and it'll tell you what the temperature currently is of the fluid, and it'll start rolling. So I've currently got it set for 40 degrees. You can probably hear the pump start up and the fans, and this thing will start to cool off pretty quickly. And you can set your temperature very easily by just going up and down. I think I'm going to start him at 40 degrees, but you can see, excuse me, how quickly this is going to go down. We'll let it run just for 30 seconds here, and you can watch how this goes down, and all of a sudden your shirt is really going to start to cool off right away. The advantage to this is that you'll never have to worry about running out of ice as the race goes on. So you can see we started at 16, it's already down 5 degrees. It'll get down to 40 degrees, I have found, in about 2 minutes. Obviously, we have not tested this system in the car yet, and as you can imagine, one of these cars is extremely hot inside. However, Steve has been running these cars with no cool suit for these past few years, which I don't know how he even lives inside of this thing. So I think this is going to make a big difference. If you've ever been in a race car that is hot, you'll understand that it's not just hot, it's like being in an oven, and it's bad. And as your brain gets hot and your core temperature gets hot, it really affects your ability to drive a race car properly. So I think this is going to make a big difference. So you can really feel how it's cooling off now, and it's already down to 46 degrees. So this is a really neat system. We'll go ahead and shut it off, and it'll power down. And I think this is really going to help him out and really help him become faster. Because like I said, when you're hot in a race car, it's bad news, guys. So now, that being said, that system is ridiculously expensive. However, if you can afford one of these cars, you can probably afford a chill out system. So what I was actually working on back here right as we were getting started here, is we're going to run our taillights through these switches. So this is a momentary contact switch that has spring-loaded springs behind it, and I can connect my ground and my rain light and my brake light to this, and there is a connecting one of these on the tail, so when we put the tail on the car it just contacts. Back in the old days, which is like 2 months ago, when we pulled the tail off, when this was a Cadillac, you had to set the tail down, unplug the plug, and then move the tail. Well, now this is going to take this completely out of the system, so that's actually working out really well. I just have a few things left to do. Actually, there's this fan here that we're going to connect up to the chill out system so we can actually bring cooler air from the outside down into the system itself. Because if you're pulling in 120 degree air from the inside of the car, as you can probably imagine, I don't even know what they would call it. I suppose it's an AC condenser unit of some sort inside the box. As you can imagine, that's going to take a lot more effort for it to cool off. So we're going to pull some cool air out of here. You can see that the ductwork is installed. I do have the air cleaner and everything installed onto the car, but now the evacuation ducting system for the radiator and oil cooler is installed. And we'll just kind of keep rocking and rolling on this thing and see if we can get it done and get it back to him for next week. So that's what I'm working on this week, guys. This is the entirety of the shop tour. Like I said, hope you guys had a great Christmas. Have a great New Year's Eve this weekend. Be safe out there, and I will see you in January. Take care.